What's happening, HT Nation? Hey, Zach Edwards here with another Tutorial Tuesday. I wanted to get this video out before I head off to New Mexico. So, one thing I'm going to be talking about is a question that came in from Brandy. She had some basic questions, but if someone's asking them, that means that there's a question that needs to be solved, and there might be other people that have the same question. So, her question, the first one, is what if she has a full hand of cards that she wants, but she has to get rid of them in order to, say, if she wants to find another explorer, or if she wants to find more morale boosters, or more armies. She has cards in here that she can't use, such as like interrupts. If you have enough interrupts, you can't really, if you want to keep those interrupts, you can't really get rid of them, right? Wrong. You can actually say this interrupt, it's great, its abilities are great, but you know what? I really want to free up my space so I get more explorers and more army cards. So, out of the 3 cards that I can play each turn, I can play them here on the battlefield, or I can put them in the discard. If I put them in the discard, great. That means that it frees up another card from my hand. I might play 2 people, free up my hand. I played 1, 2, 3. That means I get to have 3 more cards. Now say I had like this one, says interrupt. Let's see, it says interrupt. So if it says interrupt, it means I can play it as a surprise attack against my opponent. Well, what happens if I have 5 different interrupts in my hand? Well, it means I have no free space to get all those other cards. So, or like Rasputin, I don't have the right place I want to put it, or I want to hold off on another ability. I have to figure out which abilities I want, which cards I want, and which I'm willing to let go in order to draw more cards at the end of the turn. Now, the second question that Brandy had was, can she draw cards at any point, or does she have to wait to the end of the turn? Well, Brandy, it's at the end of the turn. The only time you can draw cards, so say you use an interrupt during your opponent's turn. I use that interrupt card, I place it in my active area, I have 4 cards left in my hand, and it's not my turn. When it comes to my turn, sorry, I still have to wait till the end of my turn to get new cards. So that means I can still play 3 cards from my hand and have 1 left. At the end of the turns, I grab 4 cards because I grab enough, so I have up to 5 cards in my hand. Another one of her questions was, so what if she just wants to use 1 card? Well, you can use 1 card. If you want to use Pedro, use in the land, and then I have 4 cards. Then I have 4 cards still in my hand. All I had to do was use that 1 card. If say I had great cards in my hands and I did not want to use them up right now. Well, okay, that means I have 5 in my hand. I can't draw anymore at the end of my turn, but I get to hold on to the cards I want. So you really have to decide. This is all deciding, a way to decide for yourself. Depends on your strategy, depends on what kind of person you are, and how forward thinking you want to be. Now, another question was actually on the Fugitive Slave Act. So if we have, okay, so say the Fugitive Slave Act or William Shakespeare means I take an opponent's card and use it in my land. So say I took from my opponent this card. Well, actually, you know what? Let me fill these spaces. Say I took Margaret Thatcher from my opponent with the use of William Shakespeare or the Fugitive Slave Act or any of the cards that take from my opponent, and there's no space for it. Well, automatically it means I still have to abide by the 4-person rule, so I can actually take someone out, throw them in the discard, and be able to take that 1 person and place them right there. Now, the really interesting thing is, what if that card is Rasputin, and my opponent plays it on my land? Well, he gets to pick which land, of course, but he also gets to pick, I mean, with that choice, he gets to put in that land. I have to choose one of my cards, because I have 4, I already have the max amount of cards in that land. I have to choose which one I'm going to discard to put Rasputin in that place. So I hope this helps Brandy, and I hope you're able to get some more out of the game by learning this one lesson. There's a bunch more. There's one more question that comes up, and then I'm going to be doing tutorials on other things. Also introducing different ways of using historical conquest beyond the usual game. We've already introduced hidden conquest. We introduced the timeline, but there's other activities that we're going to be introducing you to, so you can use your cards for much more than just playing this game. Beyond learning also. I mean, fun activities that you can do. And at the same time you're going to be doing that, you're still going to be learning who the people are. So, if you guys have any questions, put in the comments below. Thanks for joining me and trying this out. Take care and have a great day.